Lisa Ann Walter is one of the funniest and busiest performers working today. You've seen her in everything from The Parent Trap to Abbott Elementary, and even on Celebrity Jeopardy, which I caught her the other night. I watched it. Her new stand-up special is called It Was an Accident. Watch.
I have 4 kids, 2 ex-husbands, 2 kids with each, Julie, because it's like, you know, you don't want anybody to get jealous. The first ex-husband, lovely Jewish guy, turned out we had too much in common. He also liked men. It happens. Second one, a cheater, which is not technically a religion, but he practiced it like it was.
Please welcome Lisa Ann Walter.
Thank you.
Lisa,
yes,
first of
ma'am.
all, before we get to your stand-up, I just saw you on Celebrity Jeopardy. You were very funny, very smart.
Thank you.
You're a smart
That was
girl.
the second time. So the first time I was on, I won. I won the $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. And I had never missed a Final Jeopardy question. And this time, it was the week that I was going with my bestie, Elaine Hendricks, to Dancing with the Stars, because I went every week when she was, like you do for a best friend.
Yeah.
And I was tired. And so at the end, I blew the final. It wasn't even that I blew the
What was the
answer.
question?
I have no idea. I was so tired. But I do know that it was because of the math. I did the math wrong in betting at the end. And everybody was like, well, you have to study. The girl that was with me, Mina, she was like, oh, you have to study how you do it. I went on Reddit and I went, I'm on a hit show and dancing. I can't, I was foxtrotting. I don't have time to study on how to study.
You were impressively smart. I liked it.
Thank you, me too. I like that I'm impressively smart.
So you've been doing stand-up. The girl works, she worked a long time in stand-up, 35
That's right.
years.
Wow.
And now your first comedy special.
That's right. You know, it's weird because I have a connection with stand-up to 2 of the people on this show. Whoopi is one because she was the one when I first went to LA after I did Eddie. She grabbed me and threw me in front of the executives at HBO and said, you need to do more shows with strong female comics. And I was such an idiot. Yeah, thank you. And they should have. Because there were like 30 of us back in the day. There weren't a lot of female comics. Right. It was a much different time. And I should have been like, yeah, give me a special. But I didn't know from that. I was just like, when I'm ready. I was ready. I had an hour and a half of material. But I don't even know if you remember this. You used to be at Catch a Rising Star sometimes. You were big on the radio then. You were a real inspiration and idol of mine because you were unapologetically funny and had a point of view and you had this big hit show. And so back then, I did stand up until 3 days before I had my daughter. Wow. I went back to work when she was 5 weeks old. Way before Ali Wong did it, I did this, right?
Wow.
And so I went into work. One of the lines I opened with when I was really pregnant, remember that dumb, here's your brain on drugs?
Yes.
All right, so I was really pregnant, and I looked really cute under a big jacket with like nice legs and cleavage.
Wow, look at
and then that was with the twins, actually. That was
You
about
were hot.
4 months with
Look at you.
I was so hot, right?
Wow.
And so I would say, here's your body. Here's your body if you're not careful. Any questions? And show this big stomach. That was when Demi Moore had the cover on Vanity Fair where she was naked. You're too young to remember. But everybody else.
With the big
with the
belly.
bra and the underwear.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wore a bodysuit with a black bra and underwear under a trench coat. And I was getting ready to go on stage and open with this bit with an actual pregnant stomach. You grabbed everybody in the room and said, Lisa's gonna do this bit. Come on, drag them in there to watch it. I did the bit, crickets. So did not get a laugh because they were like, how did she build that? That's insane. And I said, I've been planning this costume since March. Can I get anything? You talked about it the next day on the radio.
Thank you for bringing that up. But the point is that the women stood by each other. You just told a story about me helping you and a story about Whoopi. I don't want people to think that we were competing with each other because we were not.
No, we were trying to help each other because there's enough problems out there.
So in your special, did you have a vision for what you wanted it to be in your mind?
Yeah. So because I came from the clubs And I watch all these specials where people are in big theaters, and I love it, it's great.
Right.
But I wanted it to be like it feels when you're in a comedy club.
Yes.
And you feel the laughter, and it starts in the front of the room, and it works its way back, and there's waitresses,
Yep.
Yeah.
and something happens that will never happen again. And that happened several times in this special, that I said a line that I have never said in my life, and I will never say it again. It just occurred to me in the moment, and it was funny.
It was an ad lib.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
But I
and I
felt
kept
that-
it all in because I wanted it to feel immediate, like with here with you people.
I said to the producer before they explained that part, I said, what I liked about this special was I felt like I was right there in the room, unlike
Yeah.
so many specials I
Yeah.
watch where you feel like you might be 100 rows back.
Yeah, well,
Right.
part of that was also Cheryl Lee Ralph. Speaking of helping people.
Yes.
She came up to me, she saw, you can clap for Cheryl, go ahead, clap for her. She's the best. She's my work wife, but she saw the show a year before we taped it, and she said, I went backstage afraid, because I said, she's a lady.
Yes.
And I'm less than a lady on stage. And so I went backstage kind of afraid and said, it was okay, was it
Yeah,
good? And
she
she
is
was
a
like,
lady.
girl, it was hilarious. And then the next thing I know, she pulls me in, we went back to work, she pulls me into her dressing room. I think we're gonna watch Turner Classic Movies, because that's what we do.
Wow.
And she was like, we need to do this as a special. I see it, you're in a gold suit, there's red velvet drapes. And you come out and you do it, and it's going to be called It Was an Accident. She did the whole
made the
thing,
whole
she
thing up.
envisioned it.
Women again helping
Yes,
women.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that's
she
right.
produced it with me.
Amazing.
You giving everybody their flowers.
Amazing. Well, Lisa, earlier we were discussing hot divorcee summer.
Oh.
Will you be partaking?
Was there an invitation? Because I didn't get one. I've been a
Yes.
hot divorcee for a number of years now.
Yes.
I had the young boyfriend for a while after the divorce. I didn't want to, but I live in LA and that's the law. So I did
That's
do
nice.
that. It's just, they're so energetic. But it's exhausting. Right now, I think I'm just going to spend time with my friends. And if one comes along, great. But I'm not looking.
Yeah.
That's maybe in another
Good.
country.
That's good.
Well, your
What are you were like the belle of the ball. I don't know where you found all these great guys.
Nudist colony.
did.
Okay, I'm not going. I'm not going to that.
But apparently you can go and wear clothes and just the men don't. That sounds nice.
Yeah, that's a good
I'm
one.
gonna call her Michelangelo from now on.
Your fans, all of us included, love you as Melissa Chimenti on Abbott Elementary, but also as Chessie in the remake of The Parent Trap.
Yeah.
You are
a Chessie
a fabulous stand-up comic, but as we said, you've been doing this for 30 years. Was there ever a time, did you ever run into people saying, don't do that joke, you can't do this, trying to give you
Yeah.
instructions on how
Oh
to
yeah,
perform?
100%. They didn't want us. They were always afraid we were going to be too gynecological, right? Which, by the way, I never did a bit about the gynecologist until this special.
I was gonna say, you covered
There's
it
a
here.
whole
You did do it.
and it kills.
I'm sorry, it's hilarious.
Kills. I just have
Lisa.
one word to say to the women in this audience: scooch. I went to a club in upstate New York, Buffalo or something like that, and I had just slaughtered. Oh yeah, all right, in the house. It's warm down here. And I was there a couple months before with this Walt Willey. He was a soap opera star on ABC, and he was doing stand-up. You remember him? Jackson Montgomery. And I was his middle act, but I did an hour, and I would kill.
Oh,
And then
that's-
they would bring me back to headline.
Yeah.
And so I went back to this club a couple months later, and I walk in on a Friday in the kitchen because it's glamorous, you know. And the guy says to me, the club manager says, well, you know, we don't let women work blue here, meaning you can't curse. And the first thing I thought was, well, I got a tight 5 now. I can't. What am I going to do? I just blew the roof off this room 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And now I got rules. So I played rug store with them. You know, when you go in and you go, what's the rug? $6,000. And then you go to walk out and they go, wait, it's $400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. So he said, you can't do this. And I said, well, good luck getting a headliner. And I turned around and walked out. And he chased me down. He said, well, wait. I said, yeah, you got a
Interesting.
full room. They
Good
came
girl.
to see me. I'm going to do
Yeah.
what I'm going to do.
That's impressive. Good.
Yeah.
Well, you've known to be a great and sometimes quite direct advice giver. So we have a couple questions from our audience members
Yay.
who could use your words of wisdom.
Yeah, sometimes nobody asks for advice. I just give it. I've turned into my mother.
Well, we got you some eager people. What advice do you have regarding raising adult teens and balancing time for marriage?
Well, this is funny because I just did a Nightline interview, and Stephanie has an 11 and a 15-year-old. And I said this in an interview when, especially boys, because girls will love you and go through the mall skipping and singing songs from Frozen. And then one day it's, you know, it's like insanity.
Oh, yeah.
My sons, they kind of disappear on you. They got hormones raging, and you don't see them. And then all of a sudden, you've gotten into bed for the night, and you've turned on your show, and they're in the doorway. Now they want to talk.
You're right.
Right? And my advice is, whatever you're doing, put it down because they need you.
And
Yeah.
talk.
And
Oh, I
they're
love
too
that.
big to say, I want you, mommy.
We have time for one more? Okay.
One more.
What advice would you give a young adult who is trying to make it in the acting industry?
Don't quit. Don't quit. You always, look, the only surefire way to fail is to quit. And there have been many times that I wanted to, and I call my best friend Elaine Hendricks, the mean girl from Parent Trap, and I say, I'm done, I'm out, I'm moving to Atlanta with you. And she says, don't quit. And she read with me for Abbott. And she was part of the reason why I got that job. Who's gonna see success at this point in my life? You never know. Never know.
Well, you know, why would you quit? You're funny, you're fabulous.
Thank you.
Our thanks to Lisa Ann Walter. See her off Broadway in Heather. It was an accident. It's streaming now on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. We'll be right back.
Cobra Daily has the best lineup of beauty products you'll see all season long. We partner with vendors for at least half off. Next.